goes on. What's it gonna be on Coast to Coast? Hauntings, crop circles, near-death experiences, OBs or goblin stories. UFOs in Arizona, strange lights up the Indian Ocean, hurricanes, tectonic plates, remote viewing, major days.
I call bullshit. You know, conspiracy theorists have put forth that the Illuminati, you know, that strange organization that rules the world government and is trying to take over the world, they're trying to bring about the end of mankind, or at least the mass reduction of numbers to a manageable number that they can control easily. And one of the ways they're going to do it is they want to ignite Jupiter into a star, a second sun in our sky. And in doing so, in the initial blast, would release a massive amount of solar radiation that would sweep across the Earth, killing off most of the people. And then when they emerge from their underground bunkers, they can rule what's left of the wretched refuse of humanity. First off, let's go into the idea of the theory. They say that they're going to crash the Cassini space probe into Jupiter, causing it to explode into a sun. Well, first off, we need to understand that a sun is not on fire. It's not a big fireball in the sky. And a sun doesn't burn with flames that way. The great pressures in that body, that giant ball of gas, hydrogen, compress in the center from gravity. And in doing so, the compression causes the core to heat up. And once it heats to a specific level, fusion begins. And when the fusion happens, fusing two hydrogen atoms into helium releases massive amounts of energy. And that energy eventually works its way through the planet and to its surface, where it enters space and comes to Earth here. Now, the Cassini spacecraft is incapable of starting a fusion reaction. You see, if you were to crash Cassini into Jupiter, the likely scenario is you would just have a wrecked probe and 720 odd pounds of uranium-238 scattered around the planet. Crashing a space probe does not cause a nuclear reaction. It doesn't cause a nuclear explosion. But even if it did, that nuclear explosion would be from fission. Fission is not fusion. It's quite the opposite. Stars don't work off fission. So, crashing a probe could not possibly ignite a new star. Let's say that we came up with a way to actually make a fusion bomb that we could send into the center of Jupiter and start a fusion reaction. The reaction could not be sustained because of the lack of mass. It would have to be minimally the size of our sun before a fusion reaction could be sustained. Without that mass, there's no chance of turning Jupiter into a star. Therefore, these supposed scientists that are working on doing this obviously don't exist, because a scientist would already know what a simple YouTube video maker knows. So we've got to call bullshit on this one. Couldn't possibly happen, and therefore it's not a real conspiracy. This is just another delusional make-believe story made up by people who believe another story. You know, the old Christian versus Illuminati evil conflict. You know, that old chestnut.